Trustee Granada.
Here.
Trustee Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Kimbrough.
Here.
Trustee McGinnis.
Here.
Trustee O'Malley.
Here.
We have a quorum. I call the meeting to order. Trustees, please remember that only Business and Finance Committee members should participate in discussions on agenda items or cast votes on action items. The minutes for the April 10th, 2026 Business and Finance Committee meeting were circulated in advance. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? Hearing none, I move to approve the minutes as written. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. The minutes are approved. Next item on our agenda is the consideration of the tuition and mandatory fees for the 2026-2027 academic year. Before asking for a motion, I'd like to recognize Dr. Sharuz Rupavar, Vice President for Finance and Administration, to provide further information.
Good morning, Committee Chair Kanata, board members. Before you is our request to increase the university's undergraduate tuition and fees by a combined 3.23%. The number may sound odd, but it is because we are requesting an increase in tuition by 4%, and because of the strong fiscal stewardship of the divisions, we're not requesting an increase to our mandatory fee, thereby causing a weighted total increase of only 3.23%. On the whole, the university has been growing in enrollment, but is also facing increased costs to serve our mission. This increase increase in tuition for undergraduate students will support university operations for increases in annual obligations such as software license fees, maintenance improvements, historically under budgeted areas, and proposed salary increases. Our peer LGIs have published their increases, and they are all increasing between 4.3 and 5.6%. APSU will remain the second most affordable university option in Tennessee while narrowing the gap to the most affordable option. We are also proposing a 4% tuition increase in graduate studies without a mandatory fee increase. This creates a combined tuition and fee increase of 3.4% for graduate enrollment. Like with undergraduate, after the increase, APSU will remain the second most affordable tuition option in the state of Tennessee. Our out-of-state rates will also increase proportionally. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to approve the tuition and mandatory fees for the 26-27 academic year?
Motion. Second.
It's moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Madam Carey, Trustee McGinnis.
Yes, ma'am. I'd just like to point out, I think it was that we don't have the highest increase among other LGIs,
We have substantially less than the others.
and we're not the lowest.
We're not the most affordable, I'm not yet.
Right. Which is, but my point is, we're doing wonderful things, and we're only still raising, we're not even at the top level of all the LGIs, which I think is duly noted.
Yes, our goal is to only increase to get to what we need to be successful. We are not looking to build a bank.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions, discussion? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Trustee Granada.
Yes.
Trustee Kimbrough.
Yes.
Trustee Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee McGinnis.
Yes.
Trustee O'Malley.
Yes.
The motion carries. The next agenda item is the consideration of the estimated budget for the 25-26 fiscal year and the proposed budget for the 26-27 fiscal year. Associate Vice President for Budget and Finance, Sandra Hamilton, will provide the information on this item.
Good morning, board members. Carol, I'm going to speak loud enough that everybody can hear. So I'm here to address and seek approval for the APSU fiscal year 2027 operating budget. Along with that, the estimated budget for fiscal year 2026. And I'll mention that the fiscal year 2027 budget reflects a continuation of our current financial operations, which is the fiscal year 2026 budget. There are a few significant changes from the current fiscal year. However, I will mention that the proposed budget maintains stability while supporting the university's ongoing priorities and commitments. On the revenue side, we have included a planned 3.2% tuition increase. This increase is developed, of course, in consideration of the university's financial needs as well, and remaining mindful of the affordability to our students. In addition, we have included adjustments to the budget to reflect changes in the appropriation, and adjusted our self-supporting auxiliary operations to align with actual operating performance and current trends. On the expense side, the budget includes funding for a 1.5% salary increase across the university, as well as known contractual cost increases. These investments allow us to address compensation and unavoidable operating costs. So at this time, our budget does not include funding for new initiatives or strategic investments beyond our current allocations. But as we move through the fall semester and gain greater clarity on what enrollments will be, we will revisit, any potential additional allocations. And if those do come forth, any recommended adjustments will be presented to the board as a part of the revised budget process. Overall, this fiscal year 27 operating budget is balanced, fiscally responsible, and it positions the university to continue delivering quality education experiences and maintain sound stewardship over our resources. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you so much. Do I hear a motion to approve the 2025-26 fiscal year and the proposed budget for the next 2026-2027 fiscal year?
So moved. Second.
It's moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
I would make a comment and question. When I look at the budget, 87% of our revenue comes from really two sources. One would be tuition, which we just discussed, the need to increase that, and the other from the state. The state is flat to down estimated for next year, which puts even more pressure on tuition. So just a comment that may be an ongoing issue going forward is if the state doesn't step up more of their funding for us. The other thing I would like to commend the administration for is this is a fairly flat budget. When you look at, it's about a 1.7% increase overall, and most of that is in student services or salaries. So it's not like this is overly aggressive spending wise. So I commend the administration for really trying to tighten the belts. And if we had not done that, the tuition issue would have been even greater. And so those are kind of a comment, and I'd like Mike or anyone else to respond to that if they would like to.
Sure, thanks. Yeah, the university budget, as you might imagine, is got a lot of moving parts. You're right, the primary two sources of revenue for us are state appropriations and then chiefly part of the reason why we're able to keep our tuition increase as low as it is through careful management of our resources, then also taking advantage of the fact that we've had strong enrollment growth over the last several years. And I've told campus many times that at the end of the day, the bottom line is enrollment is the bottom line, and so we're enjoying that. We do need to make sure that our spending doesn't get out of control. We can get all excited about having lots of students on campus, but we need to make sure that, especially given what the state is doing now, we need to be more careful in how we plan a prospective fiscal year. And so that's why you have a fairly conservative budget in front of you right now.
Thank you.
Great comments. Any other comments or questions or discussion? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Trustee Canada?
Yes.
Trustee Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Kimbrough?
Yes.
Trustee McGinnis?
Yes.
Trustee O'Malley?
Yes.
The motion carries. The next agenda item is the consideration of the capital outlay and maintenance requests for 2027, 2028 fiscal year. Dr. Rizal, please provide information on this.
Thank you, Trustee Canada. You all have before you a request for consideration of our annual submission to the Tennessee Higher Education Commission for our capital outlay and maintenance requests. If approved by this board, our request will be evaluated by THEC for completeness and then submitted to the governor's office for consideration of inclusion in the 27-28 state budget. For our capital outlay submission, we'll be presenting the renovated military academic building. The total project cost for this building is $40.8 million. The project will renovate the underutilized building on the east side of the Forterra Stadium and convert it into nearly 14,000 square feet of classroom and learning lab space for culinary arts, sports communication, and the Institute for National Security and Military Studies. In addition, the new space will also be utilized for our growing ROTC program. Regarding our deferred maintenance, we will submit a total request of roughly $12.3 million for the highest need repairs across campus. The top priority for those is to complete the Dunn Center HVAC upgrade and update the majority buildings, fire alarms, and central monitoring infrastructure. Thank you for your consideration.
Do I hear a motion to approve the capital outlay and maintenance request for the 2027-28 fiscal year?
Motion.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Is the culinary arts program, isn't it currently at the Fort Campbell Center?
Yes.
University, so is it moving to this building after this is done? Okay.
The Fort Campbell Center, the culinary arts program is housed at Fort Campbell, not in our Fort Campbell Center. It's in actually the Army Education Building. And so it is in a facility that is not owned by us. And so that makes upgrades and repairs and things like that to the kitchen a little bit more convoluted. It also makes it more difficult to continue to grow that program. The program should be much larger than it is, frankly, because of the demand in the field. And so the new building proposal on campus would allow us to greatly expand that academic program and allow us to more easily manage it.
Any other conversation, questions? Yes.
As far as state funding for capital projects, how do we compare this year compared to last year?
In terms of what we anticipate getting?
State funding for capital projects.
Well, we don't know the exact amount that they plan to allocate, but there is a pool for deferred maintenance at state FNA that measures about $40 to $50 million every year in the budget, and that amount usually comes to the university in $2 to $3 million. For us, it's split between all the LGIs, TBR, and UT. Last year we got $3 million.
Last year we got, this year, the order is just ending $3 million, which is about what we've been getting each year. And our total deferred maintenance is well over $100 million.
130.
Yeah, 130. So, $3 million per year doesn't even allow us to keep our maintenance get larger than
I tried to come up with a solution. I asked my head of physical plant to not let anything else break. We're trying, he's right there, yeah. He knows.
Any other comments, questions, observations? Yes.
you can see any one of those particular projects with $3 million.
Similar in other universities.
Yeah, we're hardly alone. Every single campus is in pretty much the same boat.
Thank you very much. Secretary, please call the roll.
Trustee Canada?
Yes.
Trustee Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Kimbrough?
Yes.
Trustee McGinnis?
Yes.
Trustee O'Malley?
Yes.
Motion carries. The next item on our agenda is the revision to policy 1021, which is fees, charges, refunds, and fee adjustments. Dr. Rucabar, please provide information on this item.
Thank you, Trustee Canada. You all have before you a request to amend APSU Policy 1021 to include language to ensure the university is compliant with the new state law that goes into effect July 1, 2026. The law requires all public university boards to create a policy for the use of undergraduate tuition and fees of out-of-state tuition, all undergraduate tuition and fees of out-of-state students to be used in a way to mitigate, quote, mitigate the tuition and fee costs for in-state undergraduate students, end quote. The language we have included in this policy is intended to be a placeholder to ensure compliance with the new law. We plan to revisit this policy with the board after we receive additional guidance from the state regarding its exceptions and expectations of the schools. As it stands, this is already APSU's practice. Our out-of-state tuition and fees go to the university general revenue and expenses, thereby reducing the cost burden on in-state students. Your earlier action item for the tuition increase was a percentage derived only after including all out-of-state tuition and fees in the revenue and expenses of general operations. This policy has been reviewed and is supported by the University Policy Committee, which includes university leadership, the Faculty Senate, the Staff Senate, and the Student Government Association. Thank you for your consideration.
Do I hear a motion to approve the revision to policy 1021? It's moved and seconded. Are there any questions, comments, or conversation about this? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Trustee Canada?
Yes.
Trustee Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Kimbrough?
Yes.
Trustee McGinnis? Yes. Trustee O'Malley?
Yes.
The motion carries. The last agenda item is informational and is the review of the university's organizational chart. Dr. Rucabar, please provide information on this item.
Thank you, Trustee Canada. Today's information item is an update to the university's leadership organization. In your board materials, you have a breakdown of the changes that were made to the structure from this year's chart. The changes are primarily effective July 1, but some may have already occurred. The primary changes, other than titles, are as follows. The role of strategic communications was created, Chief of Strategic Communications was created and filled by Jenna Hulliman. This position oversees marketing and public relations. Jenna oversees those departments as part of their own division and reports directly to the president. Student Affairs had a reorganization, making the Executive Director of Career Engagement a direct report to the Vice President, along with new reporting structures within the division. In athletics, the head of the division is now titled the Athletic Director. They also eliminated the previous Deputy Director and COO role and divided those responsibilities among others who were promoted to new roles. Additionally, they created 2 new roles to further student athlete success. The other divisions only had title changes. Thank you for your time, and my colleagues are going to be answering additional questions you may have.
Outstanding organizational chart. Thank you. Are there any comments or questions about this chart? We do not need any action on that. And so at this time, without further questions or conversation, it is time to adjourn. I move that we adjourn.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. All those in